Hello, my name is Lisa Shea, and today we're going to talk about folding a money origami shirt. You can use dollar bills if you want to, or any other denomination of bill, and you can use bills from most other countries as long as they are a tall, narrow rectangle, because the shirt will just end up being a little shorter or a little fatter. The fold should still work out pretty well. The design works quite nicely with a US $1 bill because of the way the seal here makes a curved shape around on the breast area, and the way that the white edges here create a white collar for it. But as you can see, it still looks pretty shirt-like when you make it from regular origami paper that's been cut down. So it'll still have a shirt-like appearance, whatever you try to fold it with. If you want to make it with a dollar bill size and out of regular paper, the width that you cut it down is to 2.61 inches high and 6.14 wide. You don't need to be that precise, you can just be close. And origami paper is generally about 6 inches, so you can see it's not quite wide enough, but it'll still work, it'll be fine. So cut it as best you can to approximately the right shape, and that's alright. Or if you have a dollar bill, then that works well to create this exact shape that we're working with. Alright. So to start with, you want to fold down, and if you're working with this style of dollar bill, you want to fold just past the seal mark. If you don't have a dollar bill to be able to know where that is, what you can do is you can fold it in half, give it a nice crease, and then fold it about a third of the way down. So that's about a third of the way down the paper towards that crease that you just made. And again, it doesn't have to be precise. About a third is just fine. All right, once you get that fold done, we're going to fold it in half lengthwise this way. All right, and we're going to unfold it. Now we're going to fold each side in towards this center line that we've made. This one's also coming to the center line. Right. Crease it as well as you can. Dollar bills can often be fairly wiggly, and that's alright. You just do the best that you can. Alright, so now this side up here that we have the fold in, we're going to fold the 2 points outward, and what we're making is the sleeves. So we're going to fold them at a diagonal like that, out and about like that. So there's not a precise measurement here. The sleeves will just be more pointy or less pointy depending on how much you fold it. So here we'll do the other side so you can see. So we're just folding it out at an angle, and if I turn it over, see, that's what we're doing. We're making the sleeves. So you can fold it a little more if you want it a little more, a little less if you want it a little less. Mine are not quite the same amount. We'll put one out a little more. It is up to you. You are the artist. So we get 2 sleeves out of that. Alright, so that's the sleeve part. Now we're going to work on the neck part. So on the other end of it, first we're going to fold this top area back so that the white is underneath. And if you don't have a dollar bill that has white, or if you don't have, if you're using origami paper, just fold it a little bit back, just about that much. Doesn't have to be precise. You're just folding enough to make a collar. Right, so about that much. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this forward to the center line, but we're not going to fold it at a sharp angle like that. So we're going to fold it at sort of a sideways angle. And again, what we're aiming for is it to look like a collar. So it's going to be a little sideways and still end up pointing at the center line. And since that's white, that'll be a white collar there. And again, this is something that you can play with. You can fold it a little bit, see how it looks. Fold it a little more, see how it looks. And it can be tough if your paper is not very new and has some wiggliness to it, but we just do the best that we can. I'm just trying to squash out the paper down. Alright, so we have something that looks sort of collary. Now we're going to fold this in half so that we're bringing the part that has the sleeves up and tuck it under the collar. See how that works? So it was like this to start with. We are folding that in half. We're going to slide it so that that area tucks under the collar. And once it's under there, we're going to flatten it down wherever that lands, because it'll be different for different pieces of paper and different types of bills and so on. So once we squash that, you can see that, and this one's puffing up a little. That looks like that, and that looks like that. So with a $1 bill, a $1 US bill, these white areas come from the margin of the dollar bill and end up being white, and then you have the seal that ends up being underneath the collar. So it has a fairly neat look for that one particular bill, but you can do it with any bill that you want to. And you'll see that this one is puffing up a little. What you do is you put the thing under a heavy book for like a day, and that will hold it straight. I just haven't done that yet with this. Origami paper is meant to hold creases, so origami paper generally will lay flat the moment that you fold it, which is a good thing. So you can make these out of regular paper if you'd like to have little shirts as decorations. If you are giving these as presents to someone for a birthday or a graduation or a bridal shower or a baby shower or something else, then you can make a bunch of little shirts for them, and that's a nicer way to give them a present of dollar bills or whatever bills you're using, rather than just handing them the flat cash. And this is also great if you're going somewhere where you leave people tips. So instead of just handing them cash or leaving them cash as a tip, you fold it into cute little shapes, and then they are generally pretty happy at having something new and unusual in their life. So it's only a few folds. You can master it pretty quickly if you practice a couple times, and it's a great thing to be able to do with bills, especially if you have $1 bills, since it ends up looking pretty cool. So let me know if you have any questions at all about folding the bill, or if you want to see me fold it with different kinds of bills to see what it looks like in different shapes. I am happy to do that. Let me know if you have any other questions about this process, and have a wonderful afternoon.